Hello, I'm Sean McAngus, and this is the first ever episode of the Highland League podcast. Today's guest is Billy Gordon, the Fraserburgh legend. He made 721 appearances for the club between the sticks and is the club's current record appearance holder. In this interview, he discussed playing under Charlie Duncan, who he thinks the most talented player he played with, his career highlight, what he makes of the Fraserburgh team, and how he thinks Fraserburgh will get on this weekend against Rangers in their glamorous Scottish Cup tie. Hope you enjoy the interview.
He was playing amateur football with a local club, Thistle, and then alongside here, I've been training with Fraserburgh for about two seasons prior to playing the first game, and then so I was on loan to them, and once Neil Clark left to go to Devon Vale, Charlie took me along and said he wanted me to be the first choice. So that's how it started back in 1986.
Yeah, so looking back at your career, what was your most memorable moment?
Obviously winning the league. Won the league in 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
By that time, some of the bigger clubs had kind of just departed the league, but it didn't make it any less special. So yeah, winning the league. We beat Cove Rangers at Allen Park on a Wednesday night in May to win Broch's first title for over 60 years. So yeah, definitely the league winning season. Yeah.
So what was it like playing under Charlie?
Charlie, yeah, made you believe that you were and that you deserved to be on that pitch and competing against these guys. Always set his teams out well organised, and young, fast players was his thing, and that's, yeah, he was good. He was good for me, very good for me. Gave me my opportunity, and forever indebted for doing that. Yeah, you've got to work hard yourself, but yeah, he's a good guy to work for.
So you played with a number of really talented players. You had Scott Murray, who went down to England, and a number of other players going into senior football. Who was the most talented player you played with?
Well, you said there's quite a few. Scott, Marino eventually made good careers out of it, and done really well. Set them up. Scott's obviously still with Bristol. But the most talented player, it's not always about the talent, it's also about your desire and dedication towards it. And
yeah.
The most talented individual I played with, undoubtedly, was Chris Hunter. Said everything, line away well, fantastic. He would probably admit to himself that keeping himself fit wasn't his forte. So, and that's where he struggled. That's really why he probably never made the step up. But his natural ability, yeah, he was definitely the most talented football player that went through the group. But there was many more. I mean,
yeah.
I think of Michael Stephen and these lads, Michael McCarthy. We had some really fantastic players over the years, but natural ability definitely Chris. Yeah.
So looking at the current Fraserburgh team, is there any players that stand out for you?
I don't know. It's got a really good unit there. Actually, they're a really good group. There isn't any individuals, but the one I would say that has made a difference so far is Gary Harris, because he's managed to get to play a lot of good stuff, but didn't quite get the cutting edge. And Gary he's given him a bit of a cutting edge. Although he's been injured the last few weeks, he's kind of been in and out. But he's given him a goal scoring edge, and I would say he's made a difference. Yeah.
So what do you make of there's been in the recent years there's been a lot of former SPL players coming into the Highland League now. What do you make of that? And the money that's getting spent, there's more money getting spent now than a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't know if there's more money now than there was before. The money's always been there. There's always been a selection of clubs that paid more money than others. I mean, Fraserburgh they've always, their philosophy has always been to bring guys in and try and develop their own. Like the bigger clubs that like the Formartins and the Broras, Cove and these guys, they are picking in senior guys. I mean, I've got no issue with it. For time and gone by, they've all done that.
Yeah.
Some have been a bit more successful than others. I think the guys who come back from the Scottish League and think they can walk into this league and breeze it, come in for a real shock. And the guys that actually adapt to the level they're playing at are the guys that make success of it. And there's been some crackers over the years that have come back in over the years at the Highland League and had many good years in the Highland League. But I mean, I like the style of Paul Lawson. He's an exceptional talent. He'd probably, had it been for injuries, probably still be at the top level. But he's a right guy. He's got the right type of attitude, and he'll do well for Martin. So the issue with it, it's been happening for years.
Yeah.
I said some of them adapted better than others, and the ones that don't, well, they're never last very long. You find them because if you're coming back at the Highland League, you think you're in for an easy run. They quickly realise it's much tougher than that.
Yeah. Do you feel there's certain players in the Highland League at the moment that senior clubs in Scotland should look at possibly going for? Because there's not recently clubs in higher divisions don't really look at the Highland League for players.
No, it's again, it's probably not a new thing either. You tend to find that because they've now got these networks at Aberdeen, they're trying to pick their own up around about when they're very, very young, from a 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old, bring them through their academies. And it's kind of difficult. You could be very exceptional if you pop to the Highland League now to go up that level.
Yeah.
So you tend to find the senior guys that are coming back, the guys that can't make it, come back down to the Highland League. And because they all want to develop their own, they're very reluctant to look at guys in the Highland League. Now, for Fraserburgh lads that are away to play Rangers in the next couple of weeks, some of the younger guys, it's a fantastic opportunity that you just never know. That's how guys like Scott Murray and Marina were picked up, because they played in Scottish Cups and they were noticed, and you do well and they have a look at you. They don't do much of that now. It's very much, it's difficult for anyone. I just need to dispute there's a lot of good players in the league. It's just the philosophy of the senior clubs tend to really, the top clubs. And to be honest with you, a lot of these lads now, unless you were making a big move up, a lot of these lads now have got decent jobs. You're challenged to pack in a good job and go into senior football when, let's be honest, unless you are at the top clubs, it's going to be difficult. And the chances of that happening is very, very slim.
So you mentioned about the Scottish Cup tie against Rangers later this month. How do you think they'll get on against Rangers?
It'll be difficult for them. It'll be very, very difficult for them. A lot of people are looking at the way Rangers are playing and thinking there's a chance. All we want to do is give a good account of themselves. If they get in early, get close to the Rangers, then allow them to play, then they'll do okay. They're a good squad, very fit squad. So they'll manage to match fitness and everything, but only from the later stages I'll probably tell, because the Rangers are going to be in Florida for the next 2 weeks. Fraserburgh lads will go back to work after 2 weeks in the year. It's very hard through the new year, but it's a completely different level. It's fantastic that the club have managed to get the game onto Bell's League. So if there's any chance, that gives them at least an edge, because you're going to hear the Rangers guys, Portuguese and Mexican guys rocking up around in Fraserburgh. Where are we going here? So you never know. It's going to be tough. I think they'll be looking just to give a real good account of themselves and then just see where it takes them. Just stay in it early, don't lose early goal, and you just never know what could happen.
Yeah, so you must have played in a number of Scottish Cup matches. What was your favourite Scottish Cup match that you've been involved in?
Well, for me, the format is quite funny. I never played in the format now that it's like an all-in, so everyone starts at first round. At the time, we had to be one of the 4 qualifying cup semi-finalists to qualify for the Scottish Cup. So it was kind of difficult for Highland League. Well, again, back to the money thing, it was kind of dominated by a lot of the money, so the opportunities were limited. But now it's different. But Scottish Cup for me, we had my favourite memory, 2 in particular, we played Clyde at the Bells Way. In I think it was 96, I think it was. They were at the time a full-time team. They had a lot of guys that came from Hibs at the time. The guy Crawford Bapty, Joe Tortolano, and the goalkeeper was ex-Celtic. They were a full-time team then. We played at Bells Way. Ian Murray get away a penalty in 5 minutes. They missed it, hit the post. We went to the park, scored 1-0. We beat them 1-0 that afternoon. It was a fantastic atmosphere inside the Bells Way. And like I said, touching on earlier, if the fans can generate something like that against Rangers, that just pulls you along, you know. So that was the main one. It was the main highlight, definitely.
So you're Fraserburgh's record appearance holder. How much does that mean to you personally?
I'm fantastically proud to be that. Absolutely. Touching back on, Charlie gave me an opportunity to play Highland League when I was a kid. That was my, everyone wanted to be playing at the top. It's what you wanted to do, but realistically, I was brought up watching Highland League football. My father took me to Highland League football matches, and that was really the level that I aspired to be at. Charlie gave me that opportunity to ended up a massive amount of games that I did over the period. It was fantastic. I keep looking back at beats behind me and they're catching up, but they've still got a fair bit to go. So, I have. It's Jimmy Young was before me, and I surpassed Jimmy Young and then kept on playing. So I am. It means a lot to me to be that appearance holder, because there's a lot of people cynical when I went to that. When I left at the time, I was at Longside and I went to play for Fraserburgh. They're going, people were questioning whether you were of that ability to play in that league. And that kind of thing just drove me on to be a bit more determined and to eventually finish up with over 700 games. Definitely proud.
Did you ever think of possibly going to another club, or was it always just Fraserburgh for you?
There was a couple of opportunities through my career to move on. I had an opportunity to move to Elgin when they were flying under Steve Patterson, the year they won the league. And I can't remember what it was now, but they were a fantastic side. That's the side that John McGinley played in. He eventually went to Bolton. I was just young and into the league. I was only in the season. I was only in about a season and a half, 2 seasons. It was still a bit young. Charlie managed to talk his magic and managed to get me to see that wasn't a move for me. And then later on in my career, I had an opportunity to go to Peterhead when Dave Watson was in charge. He took over and he was looking to build a new squad. Peterhead at that time weren't a great side. It just didn't seem like I just didn't want to believe in Fraserburgh. There's some guys, there's a lot of guys who have left across the border, as you say, and done either way, but it wasn't for me. So that was the only real 2 opportunities to go. But other than that, I was very happy to stay at Fraserburgh. There was never spells that I was ever unhappy there, to be honest with you. It's always been happy times. Charlie always had a happy ship, but no, as I said, it's been good.
Do you ever see Fraserburgh in the future battling for the league again?
Yeah, definitely. I think Mark's got a team there just now. It's well capable of. They have. Again, since happened, even the teams that we played in, we could wipe the floor with anyone in the league, no matter who they were on your day. Our problem always became the consistency over the 34 games. And that was a problem that we had. It's probably still an issue that Mark has probably got. He would cite dropping points in places that you shouldn't be dropping points if you just get your head around about it. And I don't know whether that's I can't put my finger on that. That's not just that team, but our teams were the same. Places we were expected to go and win, we would shield points up, where teams, where the guys that dredge out 1-0, as Charlie used to say, if you dredge out 9, 10 1-0 wins, are never pretty over a season, you wouldn't be far away.
Yeah.
We could play fantastic football, but we didn't manage to dredge out some of these. We were on the wrong side of the 1-0s, you know what I mean? And ultimately that costs you. But to answer the question, yeah, I mean, I've got a squad there that already proved the COVID have beaten them in 7-8 games. And COVID been undefeated for the best part of 2 seasons. So yeah, it's just finding that little bit of consistency and dredging the wins out, that the games that are never pretty to watch, you make sure you get the 3 points. But yeah, they've definitely got the ability to do it. They've got that squad there. There's no question that they can do that in the next couple of years.
Thanks for listening to the first ever Highland League podcast. Hope you enjoyed listening to Fraserburgh legend Billy Gordon discussing all things Highland League, from his career to what he makes of the current Fraserburgh team. Please remember to like us on Facebook at the ScottishFitbaBase. Follow us on Twitter, ScottishFitbaBase, and remember, log on to our website to check out further interviews and pieces about Highland League. Please join us next time for another interesting guest.